Gigantamax in Pokemon Go is bringing Machamp for the first time ever into the game, and it's going to be an extremely fun time because Gigantamax gives you tons of rewards, great benefits. Yes, you do need a bigger community to be able to take them down, but now they are remotable, and we're gonna go over the tips, tricks, strategies to help you guys max out on this in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the Trader Club, here we go. On Sunday, May 25th, from 2 until 5 p.m., we're gonna get the Gigantamax Machamp taking over every power spot in your area. I'm excited about this because I will be participating in Japan, so you guys will see this video before you are playing if you are in the States, which is exciting. So the bonuses are a decent amount. So they are as follows. Max particle collection limit is 1,600. All the power spots will host Gigantamax battles. Power spots will refresh more frequently, and by refreshing more frequently, that is every 30 minutes. 8 times the max particles collected from power spots, which means that when we do collect those particles, we are going to be able to get 800, which as soon as we collect one from one power spot, it's time to do that battle. So you can do that as well. And the remote raid limit, since you can now remote into Gigantamax, will be increased to 20. You can do other things. You don't have to do that Gigantamax, but man, the rewards are great. Machamp is awesome. The shiny is gonna be fantastic. Oh, I can't wait for this. So you guys do want to get into any of those battles, please make sure to check out the comments below, get into the Discord, and get into the Patreon. That's gonna be the exclusive rooms. It's gonna be a great time, especially as we get more into the remote raids. There's gonna be potentially changes coming into the future, and we're gonna be improving the bots. We have an amazing bot in our Discord to help you guys coordinate Gigantamax with the other trainers in the rooms. So please make sure to don't overlook that situation and jump in. And not only that, I'm reading here right now on the Leak Duck website that it says 2 additional special trades. So I'm not sure if that means we're gonna get 3 special trades or that means we're getting 1 additional. It just says that. Whatever the experience is, guys, make sure to do all your special trades. And then on the 25th, from midnight all the way until 5 p.m., you're gonna be getting 2 times the max particles from exploring and 1/4 distance from exploring to collect particles, which is gonna be 0.5 kilometers to collect 600 particles. So collecting particles is not gonna be an issue for us. And then if you do wanna buy an event ticket for $4.99, you're gonna get 1 max mushroom, 25,000 XP, 2 times the XP from max battles, and collection of max particles limit will be increased to 5,600. So man, that is pretty good with the 2 times XP, because on a lucky egg, guys, that is looking like 100,000 XP unless there's going to be a buff. And the max mushrooms, just if you guys didn't know, is an item that temporarily doubles all damage that your Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon deal in max battles. You can use multiple max mushrooms consistently to increase the effect's duration, but it will not increase the damage multiplier. You can use a max mushroom for your item bag while in your max battle lobby. You can also see whether other trainers in the battles have activated max mushrooms. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because if you have to go in with a smaller party size, it might be in your best interest to use some of these max mushrooms because it's going to help you take down a Machamp easier and be able to help you get more encounters. And just a reminder, guys, remember that these Gigantamax battles, for whatever reason, barely give golden raspberries, so it might be a good idea to stock up on golden raspberries before coming in, because remember that Snorlax, even though the hitbox was defective, and I'm surprised that we didn't get at least maybe an hour worth of a makeup day for all the people that did miss out on those, it is a good idea to be able to have that. I think I used like 350 golden raspberries that day and didn't get those back, right? So I just depleted my bag, and so now I'm sitting in and around like 70 golden raspberries just because I was able to get some back on the Shadow Regigigas raid day. And then don't forget about the Beldum research that's going on as well. The lead up timed research is gonna be in your tab today. Collect 500 max particles for a Dynamax Beldum encounter, win a max battle for 50 candies, win 3 max battles for 3 TMs, catch 5 Pokemon for 300 particles, level up a max move 3 times for 300 particles. And I'm gonna come in here and interject. If you guys are like, well, I'll level up a move and then I'll get some of the particles back. Well, yes, you do, but a lot of those moves, especially once you get from the 2 until the 3, that is going to be quite expensive, and it takes the XL candy for that Pokemon. So be careful doing those, and check out the XL candy that you are gonna be using, because if you use candy for a legendary, that's 50 XL candy for those legendaries. So if you don't have an abundance, maybe worth powering that Pokemon up and having a level 2 move as opposed to losing a level 3 move and not being able to power up your Pokemon. Unlocking a max move for 300 particles, power up a Beldum 5 times for 20 candy, power up a Pokemon 10 times for 5 XL candy for Beldum, and 7,500 Stardust and 500 particles. Then the $4.99 will get you the max mushroom as we talked about. Okay, so that's everything we need to know. What is going on with Machamp? This Pokemon is an all fighting type Pokemon, and it's going to be weak to Fairy, Psychic, and Flying. Flying. And the resistances will be Bug, Dark, and Rock. So obviously we're going to exploit those 3 weaknesses that it has. Unfortunately, we don't have the best counters for this Pokemon yet, but at the same time, we have some that will definitely work. As far as its attacks, it's going to get Bullet Punch and Counter. So either of those moves are going to be semi-effective to be able to use. For Fairy types, Steel is going to be effective against it, so do be cautious there. And then for the charge moves, it's got Cross Chop, it got Rock Slide, Close Combat, Dynamic Punch, Heavy Slam, and the legacy moves of Stone Edge, Submission, and Payback. So the one thing I am going to caution you guys is the Rock Slide. Rock Slide is going to be hitting flying type Pokemon hard. And if we do use some of our flying type Pokemon, such as the legendary birds that we have, that we will see here in a second from the counters, it is something that you guys might consider backing out and going back in. Because remember, unlike regular raid battles, on Gigantamax and Dynamax battles, if it has a moveset and you don't want that moveset, you can back out, go back in, and then it will change it up. And then as far as the 100% IV, before we get into anything more, for Machamp, it's going to be 1746 coming from level 20 Gigantamax encounters. Hopefully you guys do get the hundo. Can't wait to see what you guys do get as wins. Make sure to tag me on Twitter at the Trainer Club with 2 Bs. And then once again, for our Mega Pokemon, it's going to be the same ones that we did talk about for the Machop earlier from yesterday. So they're going to be Heracross, Blaziken, Medicham, Lopunny, Lucario, and Gallade. So whichever one you have at Mega Level 3, please put that on to get you more XL candy and regular candy when catching this Pokemon. So now let's move over to our attackers. So I am going to make a clarification in this video because I had something that was called a Defender. And the Defender is not just a Defender, it's also considered a Charger, which I just learned about. So we want to have 0.5 second fast moves, which is a very fast hitting fast move, because every single time we use a fast move or a charge move, regardless of what it is, it's giving us energy towards the max meter above, right? However, it doesn't give you 2 for the price of 1 if you use a 1 second charge move, and it also doesn't give you more if you use a special. So for these Gigantamax battles, having these chargers lined up is going to be very important. So those will be the Pokemon that will sit in, and you will be spamming those Pokemon, and then the attackers can come in afterwards. The top attackers are going to be Dynamax Metagross with Zen Headbutt, Dynamax Moltres with Wing Attack, Charizard Dynamax with Wing Attack, Unpheasant Dynamax with Air Slash, Gigantamax Gengar or Dynamax with Lick, Gigantamax Toxtricity or Dynamax with Spark, and Gigantamax Charizard with Fire Spin. Okay, so here is going to be the little bit of the issue. So Metagross is going to hit with Psychic. It has to have Zen Headbutt, because remember, these Dynamax Pokemon, whatever their fast moves is, the Dynamax move will coincide with the fast move. The Gigantamax is different, is locked. Dynamax is the exception. So here we have the Metagross and Moltres, which are top 2 attackers. And just a reminder that the Metagross is going to be weak to the Rock Slide. So please make sure not to have that Pokemon in when you're going after it. If you do use a Moltres, a good thing for the Moltres would be have it as the 3rd Pokemon. If you have to put in a 2nd Pokemon, I'd rather have you have a Metagross in there than you would have the Moltres, because the Metagross is neutral to fighting, even though it is a Steel type, which is going to be weak to fighting, Psychic resistant, so it comes out to be neutral. More than likely, it's probably going to die out if it gets hit by a targeted move. So what is going to be the party that I'm looking like? Well, number 1, I have the Hundo Metagross at level 50, so I'm definitely using that one with Zen Headbutt. I also have a 98% IV Moltres at level 40 that I will probably throw in there. What's going to be my 3rd Pokemon? Well, we're going to look at our defenders. Unfortunately, Blissey usually is the tank defender, and it does get a great move of Pound to be able to do the 0.5 second fast move that I just talked about. Unfortunately, Machamp does super effective damage fighting against normal, so this one's not going to be viable here. So what is viable? My Pokemon will be Blastoise with either Bite or Water Gun. Those movesets are going to be very fast charging moves, the 0.5 second moves, so you are going to be able to hit that meter faster, and the biggest strategy for here is to get the meter maxed out as fast as possible so you don't take that much damage. However, other Pokemon could be Gigantamax Venusaur with Tackle, Rillaboom with Scratch, Gigantamax Charizard with Fire Spin, and the Blissey with Pound. So if you do want to use Blissey, you can, but just be aware that it will be taking additional damage. And then if you do not have a huge party, you might have to do things like healing. So healing, the best Pokemon will be Gigantamax Blastoise with Water Gun, Dynamax Metagross with Psychic, Gigantamax Lapras with Water Gun, Gigantamax Venusaur with Vine Whip, and Blissey Dynamax with Pound. So here's the one thing I see about these healers, is oftentimes they are crossed with the defenders, but I need 2 attackers, and I need another Pokemon. So what I do is I just throw max moves on as much of those Pokemon as possible. Like I talked about on my Toxtricity, I don't even have enough XL Candy, even though I did 100 max battles for those. If you wanna see the video, check it out here, it was epic. I still did not get enough to do all 3 of my 100% IV Gigantamax Toxtricity to get all its moves up. I only got the ability to be able to level up my attack all the way to level 3 and max out my Pokemon to level 50. And the rest I don't have XL Candy for, so I'm unfortunately not gonna be able to get the full benefit of the shields and the healing. But remember guys, bigger parties work best. Make sure to put Pokemon in there that do work well. And my recommendation is that if you are getting new into this and maybe you have some resources and stuff like that, I suggest just doing a lucky trade for some of these Gigantamax Pokemon, whatever the IVs are, powered up to level 35 or 40 and use it as that. It doesn't have to go all the way to level 50, but what is important is using an effective Pokemon. Most people probably have Gigantamax starters, you can use the Blastoise, you probably have plenty of Beldums out there to be able to use. Beldum is kept at the very end, and if you die out with both of your other 2 Pokemon, then the Metagross comes in. But until then, you protect that Pokemon. Every time you're going into the max screen, you're gonna go into the Metagross. As soon as you're out, you're changing back into some of those other Pokemon. For me, it's gonna be the Blastoise. I might even power mine up a little bit higher to sustain a little bit more moves. But remember guys, it's all about the resource management. Make sure to put on your star pieces and lucky eggs, get into a party, do it with party sizes of 4, because with those parties you can use a couple items and get twice the amount of duration if everybody commits to putting on those items. So get out there, have fun, be prepared, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you guys out on that video on Sunday. So thank you guys for being here as always. To all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription, participation, I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.